This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Rodo, and it is a good time to be a Blue Jays fan. Last night, the Jays put another beat down on the last place Rockies as they continue to hold the best record in baseball. And Toronto hitters have been loving the thin mountain air in Colorado. They've combined for 39 hits in their first 2 games at Coors Field, second most over a 2-game span in franchise history. Monday, Bo Bichette drove in a career-high 6 runs. And on Tuesday, Daulton Varsho matched him with career-high 6 RBIs of his own. It's the first time 2 Blue Jays teammates have collected 6 RBI in back-to-back games in 45 years. And we think it's time to give Varsho some flowers, because his power bat has come to life this year. Yeah, he's missed a ton of time with injuries. He's played just 28 games, but 11 of his 24 hits have left the yard. And he's averaging a homer every 10 at-bats. That's at least a 50 home run pace for a full season. Meanwhile, Vlad Guerrero Jr. has reached base in 22 straight games, and he's been mashing over that stretch, batting .353 with an OPS over 1,000. The bad news, Toronto's lead atop the AL East hasn't gotten any bigger, because the Red Sox can't lose. They've won 7 straight and remain 3 behind the Jays in their division. Meanwhile, the Yankees got Aaron Judge back, but now sit 6.5 games back in the division. The good news, the Jays have a game left against the lowly Rockies, 4 heading west to face the Dodgers. And they're heavy favorites on FanDuel to win again tonight against Colorado. Yeah, I want this for the Blue Jays. I need Boston to slow down though, please? What are we doing? We're cheering for the Yankees now over Boston? Insane. We had some big news in the hockey world earlier this week, as EA Sports announced that Matthew Tkachuk will be on the cover of NHL 26. And regardless of what you think of Tkachuk as a player, it's pretty cool for him to be pictured hoisting the Stanley Cup. And not only is it cool, but it's actually very rare. In the more than 30 years of NHL video games, just Jonathan Toews and Alex Ovechkin have hoisted the cup on the cover. And interestingly, things did not go well for either of them immediately afterwards. Toews is coming off a run of 3 cups in 6 years in Chicago, but right after he was featured on the cover of NHL 16, things went downhill pretty quick. The Hawks took first-round exits in back-to-back years, then followed up by missing the playoffs altogether in 2018. And it was a similar story for Ovi and the Caps following the NHL 21 announcement. After a run of 5 straight division titles and a Stanley Cup before Ovi made the cover, they also lost in the first round twice, and then missed the playoffs the following 3 years. Things were even worse for Ovechkin personally. His first season after being named cover athlete was riddled with injuries, and it still stands as his fewest game played in a single season in his career. So is there a bit of a Stanley Cup cover curse? Maybe, or maybe just a coincidence. Insert the clip from Seinfeld where there are no small coincidences and big coincidences, there are just coincidences. But either way, all eyes will be on Tkachuk and the Panthers to see if the trend continues. Listen, they say things happen in threes, so I'm definitely watching this one closely. 10 of my favorite segment on yours, but we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And bowling is the ultimate all-ages family sport, but it doesn't get enough credit for how difficult it really can be.
Here we go. Wow.
This close. And this next video proves bowling fails aren't just for kids. Okay, this is what happens when you try to show off for no reason. Boys, take note. It was a historic season for Hamilton, Ontario's very own Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and tomorrow he'll add one more accolade to his resume. The city of Hamilton will celebrate him with Shai Rally Day at Hamilton Stadium, where he will receive the key to the city from Mayor Andrea Horvath. So with that in mind, let's look back on why Shai's MVP season was truly worthy of Hamilton's highest honor. As Shai led the NBA with 32.7 points per game, while converting over half of his field goals, and also averaging over 6 assists. Only one other player has averaged 32 points and 6 assists while averaging 50% from the field. None other than the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. But SJ was also insanely consistent. He recorded at least 20 points in 72 straight games last season, the longest streak in over 60 years, when Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Robertson hit 20 points in 80 and 76 straight games respectively. And we can't forget about all the hard work he picked up this year. SG is one of only 4 players to ever win the MVP, scoring title and Finals MVP in the same season, and the first since Shaq 25 years ago. So Shai was breathing rarefied air. And that brings us back to Shai Rally Day, where he will join another exclusive club. Only one other person has received the key to the city of Hamilton. Stone Cold Steve Austin, way back in 1998. And quite honestly, I wasn't sure where we were going with the story, and I can't believe that's where it ended. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's it for today. We'll see you at Pick and Roll 3 Eastern, no Pacific. Have a good one.